If there's one thing Mitt Romney believes in, it's talking to the right people and getting the right advice. There are a lot of people in his own party, however, whose advice Mitt has studiously avoided this week. Republicans from Ron Paul to Rick Perry have been telling him to release his tax returns, and a new poll today shows that a majority of Americans and even 1/3 of Republicans say the same thing. But is that really the smart move for Mitt Romney? The conventional wisdom would certainly say yes. But my colleague at the Washington Post, Ezra Klein, who joins us live now from Washington, says not so fast. So, Ezra, thanks for being here.
Hey, Jonathan.
As I said, you aren't the only one out there who's saying that Mitt Romney is smart not to release his taxes. It does put you in odd company, though, because Rush Limbaugh actually says the same thing. And since I don't usually think of you two guys as having that much in common, if much at all, I have to ask, what is it that you guys both see here that most other folks, myself included, don't get?
Well, I don't speak for Rush. I think that much has been clear in my career, and so I don't know why he says what he says. And I should just also say I'm not in the business of giving campaign advice to Mitt Romney or Barack Obama or anyone else. What I am saying is simple. The difference between Mitt Romney and the people telling Mitt Romney to release his taxes is that Mitt Romney knows what is in his taxes and those people don't. And so the fact that Mitt Romney has that information and thinks he shouldn't release him, and so apparently does his campaign, presumably this is a decision he has talked over with his top strategists, while people who have no idea what's in the taxes think he should release him, makes me think in a general way that Mitt Romney might know something they don't and isn't making an exactly dumb call here. There might be things in those taxes that he can't recover from. Well, he can probably recover from people being upset that he hasn't released his taxes.
Now, you say it's a dumb call, but politically speaking, is it the right call? Or not politically speaking, just from, the American body politic, is it the right thing to do?
No, Mitt Romney should release his taxes as a candidate dedicated to some level of transparency. He's running on his business record. He has big thoughts about the tax reform, about doing tax reform. I think folks have a right to see them. But that said, we have not as a country passed a law saying that all presidential candidates should release 10 years of his taxes. John McCain only released 2. If I'm not mistaken, John Kerry didn't release that many either. So it is sort of the way Romney has been releasing them and the somewhat odd things we found that have led to these calls. And so I think there are things that maybe we want to think about in terms of how much transparency do we want to set as a rule, because I can understand why Mitt Romney says, well, look, these other guys didn't do it, so why should I? But as a voter, as somebody who would like to know what is in my candidate's background and how they have acted in the past, I would certainly like to see Mitt Romney's taxes. And as an economy reporter and somebody who needs things to write about between now and November, please God, Mitt Romney, release your taxes.
So Ezra, really quickly, your gut. Will Mitt Romney release his taxes?
No, not for any long period of time, maybe a year or two more, but we're not seeing anything going back that far.
All right, Ezra Klein, thanks so much for joining us.
Thank you.